You look marvelous. Maybe no one wants to talk to me. There's some folks out there in TV land. The one, the only Apex Comics. The beautiful and beguiling Carrie. How are ya? Shadow Hawk could be a few minutes late. It's not in here yet. It's all right. We got stuff to do. Like this. I don't know, Shadowhawk. It might be, no choppy ass theater like Apex says. Maybe it's live and international.
Yeah, I was wondering about that myself. We might have to come up with a way to synthetically make the choppy ass theater now. Use AI or something.
Well, I didn't expect that. That's more than what I expected, but let's try it again.
Our brethren are already in the field. Why stand we here idle? What is it the gentlemen wish? What would they have? Is life so dear, or peace so sweet? Has to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others. As for me, give me liberty, or give me death.
How's it looking? Looking good. It always looked good to me, though. I could not see the chop.
It had a few little minor stutters, but nowhere near as bad as it used to be.
Yeah, I'm looking a little disheveled. Just got out of the shower. I know you just got home from a hard day's work.
Yeah.
First time to try and put the tower on. One thing that might help with the camera with showing things too is I forgot to take the plastic off. Well, now, okay, but now it's got a hole cut out for it. So I don't know if that impeded it or not, but that might help on the focus. I just, this has been on there. You can see how dusty it is.
Yeah, if it's got a hole in there, though, I don't think it should have been interfering. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know.
Anyway,
Try this.
good to
Now,
be back.
it is good to be back. Let's try this. Does that look okay? Camera looking
Yeah,
all
looks
right?
pretty. Yeah, looks pretty good.
Pretty cool. All right. All right.
Not too shabby. And oi, Carrie and Apex Comics in the house. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's
We've
good to be
missed you.
back. Good to be back. Storm came through and apparently knocked my modem out. Although there wasn't a big lightning or thunder, just a lot of rain. And then there was rain for the next couple of days, which would have been Wednesday and Thursday of last week. And done a lot of things since then, some things that needs to be done. I kind of felt Shadowhawk, and I probably expressed this to Omer too in our meetings and stuff. It's like I'm rushed. There's stuff at the end of the day I'm not getting done with. I had meetings with Ryan at times, which I got his art package in, and I don't know how long it was out on the stoop, but the box was about falling apart, soaking wet.
No.
But it could have been out there. I mean, I'm just going by this, and it was probably UPS. If it was regular mail, it's probably out there an hour and a half. And I don't really have an eave over on any part of my house. It just kind of like falls straight down. It's sort of a barn design, where there's not
Right.
any gutters the slope of the roof just comes straight down pretty much. At a little angle, but so when it rains, it's just like you got to walk through. If it's really raining, you got to walk through a waterfall to get out of the house and get back in the house, right? That's just the way it's
a free
designed.
shower on your way out.
That's right. Take your soap, whatever, clean up.
There you go.
I had a personal goal in the last couple days of getting like 25. And I've been sending you some pictures of some of the stuff that I've been working on. Of course, I've been working on the sketch cards.
Yeah.
And I've got 25 of them completed. So I got a third of them completed in the last week. So if that pace picks up, let's just say I don't push it as hard, within 3 weeks, I could have them all done, one for each backer within the next couple of weeks. Maybe, if I'm a little depending. Now, my schedule is going to be mixed up a little bit here. I do go out tonight. I went out last night to Win and sprayed Win, the West Side and they've been limiting us to 10 gallons of chemicals. So the last few times I've went out, no matter where I go, I run out of chemical. And the way I detect that is there's nothing coming out the back end. No big fog,
Right.
Here I redid my little stand there, and it's only getting part of it in the shot. I did kind of readjust my camera. It's not an earthquake, folks. Then it keeps wanting to correct and go back. Come on. All right. If I go big screen, you probably see it all, which is no big thing. But
there you go. Yeah, you can
put up. Yeah, put up some stuff. There's some neat stuff back here, but I've sort of needs be clean this area up. Man, you talk about, how long have I been doing art sitting here? I've got like all types of pencils and pens and stuff I had to get out of the way. Actually, things, while I was, and there's still stuff that fell back here. And some of these characters that I've been doing, you haven't even seen, and I've created at least one new character, maybe two. doing these things.
Yeah, I thought there was a couple of them you showed me that I hadn't seen yet. Pretty cool characters too.
Sunday, I got to see the Superman movie. I went over John Flandes, my neighbor, who's the artist on Devil's Choir, and he had the movie. And I know Apex said he liked it. People have said,
Yeah,
Elsie in the house.
mixed
Hello.
reviews.
Huh?
Hey, I said I've heard mixed reviews. Some people really like it a lot, and others not so much. But
Apex says
I
I
don't know
need
what you
$160 to reach 22K for
think.
2.2K, I should say. For every backer of Finbat will receive a free Dan Lawless Finbat trading card. So I guess
All right,
that's
people, let's do.
I think that's the stretch goal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one he's been trying to hit the latest one. Yeah.
And Elsie saying hi out there in the chat.
Howdy, Elsie.
So last night if we would have done the show yesterday, I would have had to either go a little bit early, which and really I was not. I just kind of got this underneath here, and I'm still working on it, and up top here, and was actually 20, 15 minutes before the show putting my new modem up here, and I tried it, and it was the broadband wasn't coming in immediately, and I was like,
Yeah.
So I had to try it a second time, unplug it, and I've got 2 green cords up here, and I'll do away with this one. The other green cord is just the one that he had to replace last time when I had a technician out here. I don't know what happened to it, but it's still strong here. I still haven't taken it up, but I will.
Data line?
Huh?
Is that your data line? The green one, your landline?
The green one that leads to the outside, through your phone jack. Yeah. And
right. Yeah.
That was the only thing that was wrong with it last time. It was all the way to the house. He was like, well, you're getting signal to the house. It must be inside, and I don't know what it is, and we figured it out that it was the cable, and he replaced that. And I was like, well, how'd that thing go bad? I never move it.
Dude, cables. They get old. Yeah, cables go all the time.
Like me.
Especially like musical cords, man, for hooking up amplifiers and guitars and shit. Those things, man, you would not believe how often I had to buy them. You use them 4 or 5 times, and we pretty much need a new cord. It's crazy.
Is that because there's a more sort of a pulsing surge that goes through it, or what? It just burns itself out.
Make them as good as, I just don't think they make them like they used to anymore. Because when I first started playing, 35, 40 years ago, I'd get a cable and it'll last me a year of playing out. Dragging it across stages, boiling it up, going to practice 3 times a week. And the last couple of years, man, every time I buy a cable, we're lucky if it lasts a couple of months. I don't know.
I've got one exclamation in one word: China. China.
Yeah.
Made in China. I believe
construction.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you bought a waffle iron in the 1950s, chances are it's still working, and you use it every day.
Yeah.
But today, you're lucky if you get a year out of it, or a year and a half, 2 years. Probably it will go out the day before the warranty runs out, if it's got a warranty. Yeah.
Dude, I
think that's by design, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an old school, I think it was like an Oster or whatever, Oster, however you pronounce that, like a blender that I got from my dad's bar like 30 years ago. And I just replaced it probably, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. I had to change it out. I've had 3 blenders since. It's insane.
Well, I could be pasty white or I could be red. What do you want? At least I have some complexion. Yeah.
He's only got 2 settings there, Elsie. It's a
Yeah, it's like I blush and you see it. I actually burned my face off one time on a fishing trip.
ooh.
I had like, which is worse, 3rd or 4th degree burns? 4th?
Oh, yeah, 4th degree is bad, dude. Third is bad enough. 3rd will
I
scar you
was
up.
Red Lobster. I was red as Spider-Man there. I mean, a different type of red, but it was bad. I mean, I was out
Yeah.
all day long, no sunscreen. I don't know what I was thinking. It was a trip right within the first 8 months, just the first few months of graduating high school, because I lived out on my
What are you
own and I
stomping
went,
around?
huh?
Sorry. My wife just got home and dog's going crazy. I'm going to mute for a sec.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I burned my face off. I was like red. Went with my roommate on a fishing trip, and there were like 3 other guys join us, and they were the ones that caught all the fish. They fished on the bank. We had a boat. It wasn't anything like big power I mean, I think we had to do the old oar thing, grab an oar.
Right.
I actually lost. It is deep water there, and I actually, my fishing pole, I think I only had one. I think Scott maybe had 2. It sank. It went, ooh, and we stayed in the same spot, and I fished it out. I snagged on
no
it
shit.
and fished out my own fishing pole that I lost.
That's pretty good because a lot of times, man, those things will drift, as they go down to the bottom, and you just never find them again.
Yeah. Yeah. I went out to my pond. I say my pond. It's on my mom and dad's land. And, one day maybe I'll get half of it. I don't know.
Right.
But my, I had, with my first wife's father, my father-in-law at the time, we went up to a place that I knew was, I forget what they call it. They seined it or whatever. They drained the water out. So it was busted the levee or drained it, and for some reason. And there used to be a nice pond back there at one of our neighbors. And you had to walk back up in there, and there was a trash heap, and there was a little Plano green fishing tackle box, right? And I opened it up, and it had some hooks and some grubs and worms, things like that. But it had one plastic lure that was about, I don't know, 4 inches long with 3 treble hooks on it. And it was a wounded, you'd put the head was bent a little bit, and you'd put the eyelet right there by the bent head, and it was a top water lure, and it would do this across the top of the water. Well, turns out that was the holy freaking grail of fishing lures. Only 26 made for the first bass tournament ever, televised bass tournament ever in 1956.
Really? Wow.
Only 26 of them made for the contestants.
Holy shit.
And picked it up on a trash heap. So I fished with it and lost it.
Oh, no.
It snagged on my willow tree's root when I was reeling it in. About a month later, I fished it out. And I said, I'm going to put this in my tackle box and not risk losing it again.
Dude, I put that baby on eBay.
I no longer have it, thanks to my ex-wife.
Yeah. But I mean, when you had it, some of those, bass tournament guys and stuff like that would probably pay big money for something like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the reason I know it was made by Head and Lures,
Uh-huh.
and the guy that wound up with it, thanks to my ex-wife and her stupidity, he looked into it because he's kind of a big. He's put some big fish in my pond. Fossil-matic, yeah, and he. Even a local celebrity fisherman, Bill Dance, from years ago, back in the 80s, he's fished with him several times. Got like a gold engraved one of his. He collects old lures. That's what he likes to do, right? He used to be the handyman at convenience store, and he would do like maintenance on our car wash, and he would do other things for the same guy I worked for, right? He was kind of like his handyman for if there was stuff like that needed fixing. And like I said, I lost it, but I later fished it out. And but I mean, you never know what you're going to find, even on a trash heap.
Yeah, that's true.
And you never know what treasure will be lost if you just fish with it. It may sink to the bottom. But on both those instances, I was very blessed to get my fishing pole and my fishing lure back. But it was cool to see that thing in operation, go across the water like that. It was one of the first plastic lures ever made, and it was worth $1,600.
Wow.
Head valued it at about $1,600.
Wow.
Now, around that time, I looked at fishing guides, price guides, and probably, age doesn't matter. I mean, if you look at some of those, they have like little glass bottles, lures, where you put a live minnow in the bottle with water. Wow. And I mean, some of the early lures, of course, were handmade, right? Hand carved and stuff, kind of like decoys, and they're worth quite a bit of money. But probably the most I ever saw one in the guide worth was $500 or $600, and mine was worth like $1,600 because it's so rare. It was the Holy Grail. Wow. It was probably the only one left in existence. Who knows?
Probably, man. Who knows? And hail Raul and T, and welcome Marcus Calgary. Good to see you guys.
And Omer Glitt. Omer Glitt.
Omer won
Overstreet did a fishing price guide. I don't think it was Overstreet, but it was a fishing lure price guide. And some of these went back to the 1800s, maybe earlier, but they're not worth that much. If you find one that's worth $100, $200, now prices have probably went up since then. And my great uncle used to make his own fishing fly lures and his own lures, and I have some of them.
Come on, let's start shit. I'll be back.
Okay. So, welcome to the Fishing Network. Talking fishing today, not really. So, the first couple of days, I just stayed inside and did what I could do here last week, which would have been Wednesday. And after I fully expected to go on Topicless. Sadly, I'll miss it again tonight because I'm working, and I worked last night, which is good. I know the 6th through the 10th, I'll be working days, taking up. Yes. Thank you, Omer. Bringing up, taking up all the traps that trap the bugs. And they actually, put some of those, a certain percentage of those under a microscope and check them for like West Nile's virus or anything else mosquitoes might do. Mark, I almost sent you the link today. Maybe tomorrow. What did you think of Superman? Yeah, it's. I would have been disappointed if I'd paid $15 to see it. You know, watching it over a friend's house, enjoying the company, eating popcorn and drinking sweet tea, which he made, and I had a cup of coffee with me. You know, it was all right. I mean, it wasn't horrible. Hey, Tree Goblin, congratulations to me. I got winning Omer thumbnail, laugh out loud. Fishing and comics, yeah. But yeah, some of my comics almost got wet, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Here's the one that was on the end, and it's not a pretty sight. Ooh. Yeah. In fact, the board, this is Marvel Snapshots, Fantastic Four. The board is kind of stuck to it. Oh, just popped off. Ooh, but see, that's okay on this, which was like the end of the box, and the box is gone. You know, I'll show you the rest of these, and I will change this a bag out board, and this is in the original board and bag because I usually go larger than this. If I accidentally drop this now, it's going to get damaged. It's going to get corner damaged or worse. You want to go a little oversized on the bag. So Silver Age, I rarely use regular size. If you've got a little digest or something that's an odd size, you might want to go with that. But never put them in where they're flush to the end, because if you drop them, they're going to get damaged.
Yeah.
Yep. So you want to go a little bit larger. But I was telling them, you know, I had some water damage, and that is mold. And that was in my garage, but it, you know, I told you about the mattress getting wet. It's fine. I didn't lose anything. I'll show you what I almost lost tomorrow.
And hail, Tree Goblin, good to see you.
Now I see my Art Adams Friday. You know, here's you know, we were supposed to do Feature Friday with Art Adams, but I wasn't around. Here is the 2023 Art Adams piece with the Beast.
Ah, very cool.
And there's 60 years. So this was a freebie back in 2023. I think on Free Comic Book Day or somewhere around there. Why I have it. But gotta love some Art Adams.
Oh yeah.
Look at Nightcrawler down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll reset this one up, and the Joe Kubert show. We'll knock that back. We'll do Art Adams on the 3rd of October. I'll set that up again, and I'll knock Joe Kubert back a week.
Well, I don't know how Joe's going to feel about that, but okay.
So what now?
I said I don't know how Joe's going to feel about that, but, you know, fine. I don't think he'll complain.
Nah, he won't complain. No. UK Prime Minister must be on Muslim payroll. Absolutely. I guess Superman 1978 and Superman 2 are the best Superman movies. You heard the music in the end credits were kind of like the opening credits, you know, where the logo would go have a trail. Remember that? Dun, dun, dun,
oh, yeah.
dun, dun, dun. Remember that? Well, the end credits were kind of like that. A lot of the music within the Superman movie sort of alluded to the Christopher Reeves era, which was the greatest era in the movies as of yet, really, I think. He made a great Superman.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. Those first couple movies were, I mean, they're still top notch, you know.
And his 3 Russian rent boys burnt his house down in the summer. Oh.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd heard something about that. I heard that Tony Blair, your former prime minister, was going to be on the new board with the peace accord in Israel to stop the war. If they don't, basically says Trump, I think he kind of came up with a lot of this back in 2020 when he was first in office. And
Right.
basically Hamas either gets out and demilitarizes the zone, or Israel's going to come in there with possibly, if they need help,
Right.
which I don't think they will, they'll stop the war one way or the other. Trump wants that.
Oh,
And he wants it for Israel, and he wants it on his resume too, of course.
exactly. But I know, Netanyahu's sick of this shit too, and so he's ready to go in there.
Oh yeah, they've still got like 40 hostages, something like that. 20,
they're still refusing.
maybe 60 hostages, but only 20 are left alive. They're starving them to death and stuff. It's
Oh,
the
ones that have gotten home in really bad shape. I mean, the ones that they actually released so far that weren't already dead have been, not in very good shape.
Well, it's that time of the show again, kids. We'll have an unboxing. I got this in the mail the other day. I wonder what it is.
Oh, and I don't know if you heard yet or not, Rex.
Smells
But
collectible.
our good buddy Elmer won the art contest for the new Blood Bones.
I had not heard that.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Elmer Glitch, on winning.
Yeah. He was campaigning
that might have
hard.
been what they were alluding to a while ago in the chat.
Yeah, using the mail-in method. He was campaigning hard for like 2 weeks, man. It was awesome. Great job, Elmer. Happy you won, buddy.
Follow me on Instagram. Wow. Okay. So here you go. Here's how he does it. Little painter's tape to keep it from rolling around in this Gemini. Or what?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I know the Diaz brothers use Uline when they deliver.
Yeah.
Instead of Gemini.
Well, Uline's huge up here in Chicagoland, dude. It's like everybody uses that.
Yeah, some of my mailers that I'd put out in the garage kind of got wet. I've got a bucket right now. Like I said, I've got a pipe that just comes straight, and I totally forgot about it because it never drips, right?
Right.
It started dripping once, and it probably didn't have anything under it. But this time it did, It's my own fault, folks. I should have done something about it a long time ago. I don't know if they can reroute that pipe or what, but don't need. I've got
nothing else.
I got a big tote under it now, and it's got a gallon or two of water in it, and it keeps filling up. I have to bail it out.
Is it just a PVC pipe, Rex?
Yeah, PVC. Yeah, so you ought to be able to add to that and reroute it, right?
Yeah, just grab a 45, mount it to the bottom of that pipe, and then run a pipe out the wall of your garage or something. So it just drains outside.
Fort Knox is not this secure. Bubble wrap. That's good. Bubble wrap. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I haven't checked on eBay. I reached out to him and I told him something, and I'll tell you here in a minute. Spoilers. But I haven't been online to see if he got back with me and said anything. It was the unboxing, yes. Unboxing. Rarely do unboxings because I don't have anything unboxed. I'm not like Apex. I don't buy stuff every day. Or Shadowhawk, who gets in things every other day. He said, follow me on Instagram, and it's Cal something. So, sure, I'll follow you on Instagram. I'll find you. Maybe. Maybe not. So, taped up.
Right.
Nice little sleeve. Here.
Bubble wrap sleeve. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, these come in handy for sending stuff. Absolutely. Do
Oh, yeah.
not throw away. Absolutely. Okay,
No,
you want me to tell
hate
you
to
what it
reuse
is?
all my bubble wrap.
You want me to tell you what
Well,
it is?
it's gonna take another 5 minutes for you to untape it, so you might as well.
This, I bought my own book. This is my ash can.
Oh yeah, yeah. You told us right
I bought
before
my own
you got
book
knocked
on
off the dealer.
eBay. I know how rare they are, folks, and how valuable that thing's going to be one of these days. So, whatever. I made for the first few days, like first 3 or 4 days, I was eating not just primarily. I made over 3 pounds of meatloaf, tragic
Wow.
meatloaf. And it took me 3 or 4 days to eat it all. So while it was raining outside, and that, and I had a 5-pound bag of potatoes, and I fried those up with red onion. I had to get rid of the onions and the potatoes. I'm still working on the potatoes, but I think I'm down to 3 potatoes now. I've been eating carbs. But the meatloaf, I put in the red onion, the turmeric, the cumin. I even put in a little dill weed. You know,
Oh.
I went through my spice cabinet, and I was throwing all kinds of stuff in there. And like I said, you put the turmeric in there, it turns it sort of yellow, but it's good for you,
Mhm.
And I made that 3 pounds of turkey. I don't know, maybe it's my taste buds, but I made it taste like beef, when you get all that stuff in there. I don't know. Omer has
you
got
didn't get
pizza
tired of meatloaf
toenails.
after 3 or 4 days?
Huh?
I said you didn't get tired of meatloaf after 3 or 4 days in a row?
No, and Elsie liked meatloaf sandwiches, and I'm like, why you need to put it on bread? But now I was eating a lot of it cold on the fly, so I actually ate 2 or 3 meatloaf sandwiches cold. I was just trying to eat it all.
Right.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
I
you
won't
don't.
make that much anymore. I put like 6 eggs in there, a whole sleeve of crackers, used up the last of my ketchup, and put barbecue sauce on some. I adjusted my rack, and actually it got a little scorchy, too hot up top. So I adjusted it down. It was too close to the, but I kind of got my grill in order. It's still got some cobwebs and old used coals in it, and the grill needs cleaning. But I did, when you open up, I know you got a round one, but you open it up and it's got hinged pieces on the side to hold the lid on.
Yeah,
the grill.
I've had one like that.
Well, I took because I and my sister are going to grill in November unless it's like 50 below. That's one of the things I wanted to do. So I took a screwdriver and tightened up the nuts and bolts on it, so I won't have any problem with it.
There you go.
So that was one thing that I did while I was off. And I could have gotten, like I told you, Shadowhawk, I could have gotten back on probably the very next day. But the guy pissed me off when I called AT&T. He says, well, you need an upgrade. I said, the Lightning, you're not even addressing my problem. The Lightning didn't knock out my modem, and all of a sudden my computer and modem is obsolete.
Right. Exactly.
He was trying to do a sales number on me and get a commission. And I was like, well, I was put out. I said, I'll address this tomorrow. I'm taking the night off. Screw you, and
right.
So I called him the next day, and he was even reticent to talk the matter over with me. I said, so if I get an upgrade, let's say, I said, I probably do need an upgrade, thinking about choppy ass theater and,
Right.
and, maybe I need an upgrade. I said, but you're not even addressing the problem. You're just wanting to sell me something, and I don't appreciate it. And I said, well, let's just say, hypothetically, if you sent me the unit, how long? And I already knew, because I knew, they've sent me stuff before, modems before. It takes 3 or 4 days in the mail. And he didn't even want to address that with me. And there was a long pause, and he said, 3 days. And I'd already told him I do a daily show on YouTube,
Right.
And he was even reticent to even talk to me about it, because he thought, oh, I'm going to cut my throat here. He asked the wrong question. Hey, Ginkgo. But it's all good.
Yeah, Ginkgo.
Yeah. Homer's got pizza thumbnail. Oh, he was eating pizza last time I was on with him in a meeting.
Was he?
Yeah. He eats pizza about as much as I do, Shadowhawk.
Oh, well, hey, if you can, I guess it's all right.
So, Shadow, been working on these, got 1/3 of them done. And, of course, this was the first one. How's my camera look now? Coming in okay? Right now. Looking good? Okay.
Looking pretty good right now.
That was the first one, the Geo, and then the Zeitgeist.
Yeah, that's coming in pretty good.
Good. Because I'm tired of Omer busting me for Vaseline cam.
Yeah, the Art Adams calendar.
I took the plastic off, okay?
Maybe that was making a difference.
And then the third one, all these damn Rex, you look like a new man. Thanks. I need to shave. But this was the third one. Bog, of course. Bog looks crispy on that camera. Cool. Because I've been wanting to share these with everybody. I've completed 25 of them. Modern day silver boa. And I actually used silver gel pen to get that silver.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Getting fancy there, Mr.
Well, it helped that Ryan had drawn him and how he did the scaling, with the shadow and the highlights and whatnot. So it helped me with the scaling, which is always problematic because you have a pattern that are like crisscross design, right? But it's going over muscle mass.
You got to kind of make it follow the body.
And I hate that. I would hate to draw Captain America. Dirty Joe here. Rex, your art actually looks good now. Wow, I was just being nice before. You actually are a good artist. Love you, bro. So kind of you to have you back. Yeah. DVB in the house. Hey, DVB. Hell, you guys been well? Yeah.
Yeah, good to see everybody. We had some technical difficulties for about a week.
It's called Rex.
Yeah. I was being nice.
Homer is an honorary Ninja Turtle. He loves pizza, not that much. Yeah. I love pizza. It's my number one. That and grapes. Grapes got a lot of natural sugar in them, though. Lady Hopper. I know Carrie will like this one. She's a big Lady Hopper fan. And I don't have a name for this one. I actually was thinking about calling him Blood Ring. But he's kind of like one of my cosmic baddies.
Ooh, okay.
sort of a
That's
gold.
a scary looking dude.
Yeah, and this was the first, and you might remember this piece. This was the first piece I did of him when I thought him up. And I've done another piece since then, I think. I think I've drawn him twice. So this might be like the third time I've drawn him, but I don't have a name for him. Oh, I do. I do too. I called him Despair.
Oh, okay.
And I did this back in I penciled it back in June of last year, and a few days later in July I inked it and gray toned it. So that's when he was created. So I'll have to put his name on that one. And then this one's not Beat Down. Raul will know this character. Beat Down card and Impact card. Us, my art. Yeah. She's not done yet. And Mighty Battle Brick, he's not done yet. So I'm not showing him. Sargasso. You remember Sargasso?
Oh, yeah,
It's
I
up
remember
in
him.
the campaign.
That's cool. Did you get some new pens or something, Rex? These look
No,
or is it just the
same.
cards? And maybe it's
I
just the
mean,
border that's making it the nice little border. Really
same
polished.
set. Yeah. And I'll show you this one because the pencils are kind of complete on it. That's Experiment 43. Remember that creepy guy with all the color?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I've got to work on him. And then old Bog, sort of back in the day when I was doing, scratch art with Bog and trying to do a comic,
Oh, very cool. Yeah, that came out pretty good.
Yeah, and I like this piece. He's whooping up on some I need to rebag it. It's got crap on it. It's where he's going up against some swamp zombies and kicking ass.
Cool.
And I was doing character heads, and this is 2015, so the Killer Clown has been around for a while. There's the clown and some other characters.
Hello, Eric and Boyd in the house. Good to see you, Eric.
And here's Zigzag at the bottom. That's Zigzag scratch art.
Oh, okay.
Like he's in motion, movement.
Right.
War guy. Yeah.
Cool.
And then here's one of the bad guys that was going up against Bog. I can't remember if this was Voodoo Master or what, but I'll do Voodoo Master. But they weren't in any of these scratch art, but they always say they're kind of like a hive mind, and it's like, we are slime. So here's what slime looks like. And they're sort of bog baddies from the swamp.
Wow, okay.
So they're called slime. And I really like how this one turned out, because to me, he's really, I don't think I've ever drawn the Twisted Man. He's like from head to toe, sort of like Rorschach design. That's always undulating and moving around and stuff. Nice. Send me a goodie bag of it. Hey, good to see you, Eric and Boyd. Let's see. Haven't read enough comics either. I still know Batman is a superhero. Someone painted out Batman's mask and his car on a $1 note today. Zombie. Yeah. What else we got? Batman is a superhero because he has peaked intelligence, peak in physical ability, and endless wealth to buy or create any gadget he needs. Of course, he's a superhero. Yeah. And Midnight is, stop showing us all that good art. You spoil us, Almighty One. Okay. And I actually came up with some names during this, and we'll get to that. But Twisted Man, now he looks badass and scary, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good.
Almost like a circus performer, creepy clown type makeup. I don't know,
Kind
but
of reminds me of Art the Clown from the Terrifier, just a little bit. Not a
and
lot.
and you've seen Tweeka. It was on the back of the back cover of the ash can. There's Tweeka.
Mhm.
She says she's only got one eye and it's like a spiral, and sharp teeth. She's like, she says sunglasses make the girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you sent me that one earlier. I saw that. I was laughing at work.
Yeah, and that might be a little out of focus, but we'll do something with Tweeka. And I did another bog. I was trying to do a sad old man bog look, and he kind of came out looking regular. But
That's all right. Hail Jay Ryan in the chat. The Art and Times with Jay Ryan, as a matter of fact.
Hey, Jay Ryan.
Hail, sir.
It's good to see everybody. Rorschach, the guy that invented the ink blot psychological test. Yes.
Yep. That's him.
And this was one character I came up with a name for, Cinder. You can return to Cinder. A lot of these characters, I use reference from the pizza rounds,
Right.
He was a pizza round guy. Of course, he was a head sketch before that. And this one I created on a pizza round. This was the second one that I created. And I was thinking about calling him Corrosion because he's kind of like corrosive, right?
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, I get it. That's supposed to be like kind of like fumes coming off of them and stuff.
I don't know if that's in focusing or what.
Yeah, it's looking actually really good for your camera, Rex.
Okay. Well, that's the only second time I've drawn him. And then the first time I drew this character, Ryan James did the first one, and I got that art in from Ryan James, by the way. Dr. K. I think I sent you this one, Shadow.
Yeah, you sent me him the other night before you had him colored, but he was looking pretty scary.
Yeah. Oh, before I had him colored? Really? Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, how'd I do on the colors? Okay.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah. And I still don't have a character name for this guy, but he's looking all NASCAR-y.
Oh, yeah, okay. Interesting.
I did a pizza round of him. I've drawn him a few times. And I've only drawn this character once, and I never showed it to you, Shadow, the first drawing.
Yeah.
But then, this is Siphon. I came up with his name Sunday.
That's the one I saw, I think, last night, and that one came out really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been this morning. I'm not sure when you sent it to me, but yeah, I like that one. I didn't know. I had no idea what his name was. So,
well, like I figure he works like the Parasite, Superman's villain, and he looks a little like Brainiac, doesn't he? The early '80s Brainiac. Yeah. But he siphons off different energy forms and converts them into his own unique bioenergy. And he'll probably be one of the 43. I don't know yet. Oh, and
Raul, all of these characters will eventually appear in the Momentum universe. Not all of them have appeared yet.
Yeah, I mean,
Raul was just asking where all these guys are from.
Jersey. All
They're from the
characters come from
mind.
Jersey.
The,
You know, that's
the
what
mind
Jesus
of
said.
that's right. The Pine Barrens specifically.
There you go. Now you would know. See, you've probably been there. I've never been to Jersey. Been to New
Yeah,
York,
I've
but I've
actually
never
been
been
to.
to Jersey.
Mhm.
Uh,
I
yeah,
was young
most
enough
of these
there, but
characters, if not all of them, will be in either the Devil Flower art book. Well, I mean, if these get selected and sent out to every backer with your charter member card, which, you know, the only reason I haven't sent yours, Raul, is first I wanted these to go with it, and I didn't pack it with it. I was going to send it off, but I almost did a no. But I remember what Omer told me: scan it first. So I need to scan your bog head sketch. You'll be sent your charter member card, and he backed the digital folks. I'll try and get the digital peoples out to them, at least Raul, because I promised him. And and your character sketch. Maybe I'll give you Beatdown. You like Beatdown. She's born. Now, another character that Ryan James got to draw before that I drew, I gave him the concept for it and he drew it, was Croc Bog. He was calling him Gator Bog. But yeah, there's Croc Bog. Is that in focus? Looks out of focus to me.
Well, it maybe a tiny bit out of focus, but it looks pretty good.
Come on, camera. See the blood in the water? There we go. Look at the blood in the water.
There you go, Rex. Right there. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, that's cool, man. I like the way you did the blood kind of floating up around his jaws.
Yeah.
Nice.
And his lower teeth just breaking the water. So you don't see his lower jaw.
You colored the logo too, huh? With the green?
Oh, I've been coloring the logo on all these. I think there's only one I haven't colored the logo to.
I hadn't mentioned it, but that one stood out. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like this. It's colored.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all. Usually I color the logo. Yeah. And this is a new character I created 2 days ago. I really wasn't intending, but I thought I would do something different. And so this is a new character. I don't have a name for him yet. Maybe call him the Holly Man. Who knows?
I was just thinking some kind of poisonous berry.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. He's kind of nymph-like. I don't know. Kind of like.
Yeah,
give him a sidekick called Gatorade.
Impression I got was like, yeah, he was some kind of plant guy, like with poisonous berries all around.
Yeah, this is really fine work. I did, and Elsie was like, "Do his eyes," and I was like, "No, I want his eyes to stand out," and so I just left them blank. And Elsie was like, "Well," and I gave him a long explanation, of why I did that design wise. And he was like,
I mean, it does make his eyes pop a little bit.
And there we go.
Poison berry. Poison berry white. Oh, that's awesome.
I want that devil card. Which devil card? So this is Morgan something. He's got Morgan dollars on his hat band. He's called Morgan something. I mean, I don't know his character name, but his name's going to be Morgan something. His actual name.
I mean, you could just go with the one word and just call him Morgan.
Mr. Morgan, maybe. Yeah. This is a character that's going to be one of the 43 that I'd already created. He was actually in the scratch art and stuff. He goes way back, a few years back. I mean, and I thought he would be a good 43 guy, Wolfenberry, Poisonberry White, Wolfenberry.
If you don't,
But I am coloring the logos. If you see that, not the Momentum Concepts, because I want that to stand out. But I did color Momentum Concepts on one of them. This one's a work in progress. It's that rock guy from from the 43. So just got him started. I got Thunder Rock. I'm working on him.
Cool.
So he needs some work. And I've came up with a name for this character. You remember I did a round, and it was the first time I'd acrylic painted, put the green with the white in her hair. I can't, that's how I woke up today with Euphoria. Euphoria. So her name is going to be, she's one of the 43, and her name is Euphoria.
Okay. Yeah, you sent me this one too, and I didn't recognize her. I think that was the one I sent back. Whoa, trippy.
Yeah, the other one had all green hair with white highlights, and I wanted to go a little bit more, on the color on that.
That's a good name for her. She's very psychedelic. So.
Yeah, and this one was sort of like a failed. I like the character, and I found that up here while cleaning. This character here on one of the parchment,
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'm not even sure I dated this, but I even came up with a name for him today. Lockdown.
Oh, okay.
He's kind of a cosmic warden, of a prison.
Ah, gotcha.
Bounty hunter. Yeah. New character. Well, fairly new character there. Second time I've drawn him there.
I like that DDB. Did you see how DDB spelled out Euphoria for you, Rex?
Oh, well, I already wrote it on the U as a U for you.
Right, instead of like EU, or what is it usually? EU? Or you can, yeah, it's got to be EU. It can't be UE.
Thoria. Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
But I kind of like just the capital U. That's interesting.
Okay. Well, I'll write that down. I just spelled it the normal way. But
Bane and Dr. Robotnik. That would be an interesting. Bane and Dr. Robotnik had a baby.
So back in 2017, I did this piece. Well, I did both these pieces here. This in color. Nebulous.
Nice.
Nebulous is his name.
Mm.
And then here he is in black and white.
Oh, cool.
He's either belching or he's sucking in, So.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's hocking out a bunch of loogies or.
Well, they're like, if you look, they're like planets and asteroids and stuff like that.
Yeah. I wasn't zoomed in that far.
Trying to get fancy Kirby on you. So I did Nebulous.
Lobster going down.
Oh, there you go.
That came out nice. I like that. Colors are sharp on it.
There we go. That sharpens up. There we go. Yeah, fairly simple one. I averaged like 4 a day, so not a bad average. Now some of those I did today, but But
how are you shooting me those pictures? You just pushing them out on your phone?
Yeah, just take a picture in there and send them to you. Yeah.
Okay.
And this one I've actually drawn before, but I first created him as a painting.
Ooh.
sort
A
of a
little bit.
fly guy, right?
Okay, I was gonna say it looks a little bug-like.
Bug-like, right? Yeah, I did this back in not days,
Insectile.
a long time ago. So there's a few paintings like that. Well, I'm cutting my head off. I've been scalped. Ah, stop it. That's racist. I've been watching Gunsmoke. Take a drink. Okay, and the last one that's done right there, fly guy. Don't know what you call him.
Pretty fly for a white guy.
You know what he looks like, and I wouldn't even think. Maybe I would think of this. Me. He looks like Beaker if he was a fly, doesn't he? Homer was drawing Beaker recently.
The beaker fly.
So not every one of these done. Almost though. Look at that stack. About a third done. About a third done. And you'll be getting one of these with your charter member card. And I'll probably have to get some more top loaders because I want to protect these. It'll either come in a binder sleeve or, in a hard protective top loader. You make great art, Rex. Very cool. Thank you. Appreciate that, DVD. It's good to see you.
If you send like 4 or more cards in a package, Rex, I would say put them in a binder sleeve. But otherwise, I'd put them in the top loaders just to, keep them safe.
Yeah, and it is original artwork, right?
Exactly. I mean, it may be a small piece of art, but it's still original art.
Okay. I would have picked one that's just the pencil. So, of course, there's no bleed through. But like that Sargasso there, not much bleed through. Depends on the intensity of the color.
But you know what? I like that kind of stuff on the back of my artwork because that way you know it's actually authentic. It wouldn't have bled through if it wasn't.
Look at that, though. It kind of obscures the words there, but very intense. Yeah. This is like your comics. That magenta always seems to bleed through on the older comics more than the other inks,
Yeah, there's something about that bright pinky red that it'll go right through the paper. I don't know why.
These were sitting up here. You remember the mouse guy on the moon of cheese?
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't seen that one in a while.
No, let's see. I did him. Not sure. 2023. You probably haven't seen him since 2023.
It's been a minute, since I've seen that one. Now, what about all those the ones you were doing last year and earlier this year with all the parchment cards? What are you doing with all those? Are they going to go in the art book or?
Oh yeah, some of them, I mean, like the bog ones, that'll go in the bog section. Yeah, look at that.
Okay, yeah.
There's your Shadowhawk representation.
Cool.
Here's another one.
Yeah, more bog. Man, dude, that bog art book is going to be fucking thick if you put everything in it.
Look at there, Devil Flyer.
Yeah.
Oh, nice I like this. I like this one. He almost looks like one of those shoe birds, whatever. I actually use that as a reference for bog.
Oh, the shoe bill? Yeah.
Shoe bill bird, yeah. They're intense looking, man.
Yeah, apparently they're like pretty deadly for birds too.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, like.
Well, I mean, they're a big raptor bird, right?
Yeah, but like they use that big beak. It's like their whole skull and shit is reinforced. And if they peck you with that thing, apparently it'll jack you up. Man.
Oh, they'll kill you. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
like.
And they got the big old claws too.
if you get killed by, you can get killed by an ostrich kick and a kangaroo kick for that matter. But now, what's the other? The emu? You could get killed by an emu. They're big enough to kill you. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they usually won't kill you with just a powerful kick. They kick you, but they got the claws, and they gut you when they kick you because their leg comes up like right to either your balls or your stomach. So when they kick you, it's not good.
Now, I've got extra cards, and I'm not done by any means. But what I did, you know, one of the things that I did was go through my characters. I went through my files as well, you know, and used some for reference and stuff. But, you know, my detective British chick.
Yeah,
I
forget her name.
Nora Gray. I had forgotten her name too, but I had it written down on a piece of artwork, right? So Nora Gray's got one. 2 Ton. I got to do 2 Ton. There's Sand Devil. Sand Devil you can see up on the campaign. And you can see 2 Ton up on the, and then the original Golden Age Silver Boa. Got to do him.
I did a
Storm Rider. Storm Rider, got to do him. Lady Bog. Remember, there's a Lady Bog.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I also, when going through my files and I kind of read most of the Devil Flyer story, which if you don't like the Devil Flyer story, I'll give you your freaking money back. Okay. It's a great first story, you know, in the book. You're going to like it.
Oh.
If you don't like it, maybe you'll like some of the backup stories, but you got other people in there. You got Joey, you got Cy Marco is the head of the Chicago mob that he goes up against, right? Well, he's got 2 sons. He's got Joey Marco. I got to do him. I got to do Cy Marco, their dad, and Sid Marco. And then there's Zigzag. I haven't done Zigzag yet. And then there's also the director. I got to do him. He's up on the campaign done by Doc Blaylock. There's Kill Dragon and Blood Dragon. They're up on the campaign. Haven't done them. There's Hopper. I've done Lady Hopper, but I haven't done Hopper yet. Dead Ninja. Got to do him. Inner Man. Clown Killer. Sea Demon. Harbinger. Carrie bought one of my Harbinger pieces off the campaign. Old Man Bog. I got to do Old Man Bog. And TM, Total Mystery.
Oh, shit, him. Yeah.
Shadow's Kiss. That my female ninja character, Shadow's Kiss.
Mm-hmm. What about
Fanta's Dark Angel character? Got to do her.
Right.
Necrosis. You remember Necrosis? Skull guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slaver. And Jin. Cool. Jin is the genie with the one eye, the blue skin. That John Diller did. He's up on the campaign. Yeah.
The one I haven't seen yet.
New character that I haven't even created yet, but he's a new character that I have the concept of what he does. He's basically a drug dealer that will kill you. Your first hit will be your last hit. And he's called Mr. Happy because you will die happy. He kills people with drugs.
Yeah, phone call coming.
And Grim Stalker. Oh, and my female speedster, I named her recently Blitzkrieg. I just showed you a week ago the new trading card that Inomer did for that. And Sweet Baby. Remember Sweet Baby with the black crying eyes and the sword?
You gonna let me get it out yet? Who's the dude on the motorcycle?
That's
the guy that was on the motorcycle.
Storm Rider.
Storm Rider. I haven't seen one of him yet.
No, I've got him down to do.
Oh, you got a spot for him? Okay.
Devil Flyer. Haven't done a Devil Flyer yet. Who will be the lucky
Oh.
person that gets Devil Flyer? Lady of the Night. Armored
yeah,
Flyer.
Austin Celtics.
Armored Flyer. He's up on the campaign. Bystander. The Seer. She'll be in the book. Old Lady Midnight and Midnight. Same character, different times. Demon Flyers. If you want to see what a demon flyer looks like, you can go to the John Flanday's cover on the campaign. And they're in the background.
TVB, I like that one.
And you remember the character that threw quills and he was battling like Dead Ninja and other stuff. And we called him Quill. Well, I had his original name already down as Shadow Wing. Shadow Wing.
Yeah. Okay.
And the villain that I first, when the campaign first launched, the albino with the dreadlock hair. No, it's not me, Eric and Boyd. I am not the albino.
That was Rex from the 70s. He just used an old picture of himself.
Yes. Modern day Mummy and Metro, what used to be Metro Man, and Cortex. And
Cortex is one of my favorites.
And my ant type character, Fire Ant. I'm going to call him Fire Ant. So you can kind of guess what his powers are.
Mm-hmm.
He never gets laid because he burns them to a cinder before they can get past
dude, you just make sure you fill that Cortex in my package.
Oh, okay. Thank you for dropping the link. Or Sunpot. One of Shadowhawk's villains could be Light Rat or Sun Possum.
DVB's coming up with a whole bunch of good ideas for me. Mm-hmm. It's like having my own Gable Penny channel over here.
Yeah, one of his allies could be Dark Eagle. Shadowhawk, you should have seen Omer's show yesterday. He's tame here. Aaron and him together, you need alcohol to keep up with their craziness.
Oh, I imagine.
How about Prairie Dog McGee? I used to raise prairie dogs. I love prairie dogs.
If I top in Apex's, Omer's show at night, then I'm gonna end up staying up too late and probably gonna have a bad morning. So that's why
missing work. Yeah, you get up like 3 or 3:30 a.m., don't you? Every day.
I usually get up about 2:45. I leave the house about 3:15.
Well, you got to feed the cats and everything else before you go.
Well, it's 30 minutes to wake up, get dressed, fucking get out of the house. But 30 minutes goes fast, dude, when you're trying to get ready in the morning.
Oh, yeah, it goes by real fast. Absolutely. I found that Tom Scully's...
I got a ninja around the house. Try to be as quiet as possible because everybody else is asleep.
I found that Tom Scully's trade paperback of his work on GoBots.
Wow.
I mean, you look at Tom Scully's, you look at his stuff, and it is dense. You know, there's a lot of dialogue. There's a lot going on. I've seen him do Fantastic Four, and he had 19 panels on one page, and they were about this big. Small little panels. And it's got some other artist artwork in there too, pinups and stuff, but GoBots. First GoBots.
I like what you're doing, DVD, but you're just a little bit in the wrong area. My character is more based on Japanese mythology of the Tengu, which were demons which eventually evolved into demigods.
Yeah, I mean, are
So
you working out Shadowhawk? Are you working out Battlehawk? Are you kind
oh
of
yeah,
working
yeah,
out his story?
I,
And
I eventually, since looks like I'm gonna be on hold for a while with getting any more art produced for a while because I'm just not gonna have the cash. Um, I'm just trying to rework the story and tighten things up. Make, it's the thing with writing is you can write it and then rewrite it 1,000 times, right? You
Mhm.
might just end up fucking it up. it's yeah, it's difficult to make permanent decisions after you've already written something. I don't
Oh, absolutely. Revise. I can't wait till you get your card set, and they'll be like these Marvel and DC cards
That's
in
cool.
there, but they're going to be printed, heroes on one side, and you turn it over to the back, and it'll be villains on the back. So you'll get heroes, villains,
Yeah.
heroes, villains.
Well, I don't know if Owner Glitch dropped out or not. Kerry, he was here a little while ago. I don't
He's
know. I
probably
don't know if he's
listening. He
still.
might have went out. He might have went out and took a smoke. Topic list tonight. I will have to sadly miss it, and I always miss it when I'm not there. I did sit down and try and read Memorial Day Park,
Yeah.
Galaxy Memorial Day Park,
Galaxy.
but I gave up very quickly when I saw the first thing that I needed to read. One thing I don't know if you noticed, I put more light in here.
Yeah, it looks brighter.
I changed to a brighter bulb, and I've been changing out some other bulbs and put in some other bulbs too. I need one of these. I need a magnifier glass to read some of the dialogue. So I'll be sitting down to read it, maybe tonight, but with the aid of one of these, because some of that stuff's kind of small. Keith Gleason did the lettering on it. Nothing wrong with it. Omer Glitz says, I'm here listening. And I told you he was listening. He always listens and making posts for announcements of a new show, doing administration work on my YouTube. Ooh, good.
All right, Apex. If you want to run with that one and draw that up for me, man, fucking I'll buy it from you. Japanese prairie dog demons from outer space. Fuck. That'll be a whole
I'm
nother title DVD.
I kid you not, Shadowhawk. Now, remember I told you that there was a super powered, and I've drawn him a couple times, and he'll probably get his own sketch card as soon as I come across the original artwork for him. It was a guy, and maybe the Dan Fraga thing stuck in my head. I don't know, but it's a guy in a super powered suit, and I like Thunder Bunny anyway. Now I'm not going to get loony crazy. Maybe he exists in the world that Tweeka exists in, because Tweeka is kind of different, right? She's almost like a mascot character too. She was on the back of the, and I had a question to that. Do I put Tweeka on the back or not? And I did. But she's not like
her for like being like from the realm where what's his name? The Traveler? No, not the
bystander.
Bystander. The bystander and the the bad guy's the Traveler, right? Yeah. Or did you?
Yeah, I think we were calling him the Passenger. Is that who you're thinking about?
Passenger. That's the one. Like I was thinking she was probably like part of whatever dimension like they kind of pass through and shit, like when they're traveling from. I mean, that was just where my brain put her in your universe. I don't know if it's right or not.
Right. Well, I mean, you're not going to see Bog Tweeka or Devil Flyer Tweeka, probably. Crossover. I mean, I guess you could.
Right. That's why I was thinking like she was more like from one of them universes that the bystander or the passenger would, like pass through as they were going from one world to another, one time zone
Yeah.
to another.
Right. Yeah.
And she's got like that kind of creepy, like Twilight Zone feel to her.
Oh yeah, sharpened teeth and
I
sort
mean,
of
I
a
think that's what
spiral
you.
eye,
Yeah,
cyclopean.
I
Yeah.
think that's what you were going for, right? It was kind of like a.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even create the character.
Really? Who'd you
Tweeka was
steal it
not
from?
created by me. It was created when I worked out at World Color, and I actually still have the original drawing. And he said, "Here, you can have this if you want, and use it." One of the operators that I really got along with. What is that? A squirrel?
Yeah, it's
You
a
got
little baby one.
got a little squirrel.
Apparently, there are like 9 batches that we've had already this year. We've had another one because that little guy looks almost new.
Mm-hmm. Was that a bird feeder or a squirrel feeder there?
Well, it's supposed to be a bird feeder, but it feeds the squirrels pretty much just as much as it does the birds. Oh wait, here he comes again. Look.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Oh yeah.
The sidewalk. Look, he's a little skinny dude, man.
Now what? Now we have primarily gray squirrels here. What have you got? You got like red. You got black. You got white. You got.
We've got mostly gray, and then every now and again you'll get a red. We got chipmunks up here. We got minks. We got what do you call them? Hedgehogs.
Mm-hmm.
We got pretty much all the rodents up here, dude. Of course, we got super rats in Chicago.
You got groundhogs up there?
Groundhogs, yeah. Yep, we got groundhogs.
Yeah.
We got beaver. We got pretty much any like rodentia you can think of. Rabbits out the ass, dude. Oh my god. There's so many.
Yeah, I see a lot of rabbits. Okay, but what I was going to say with the guy in the pink bunny suit, another either storyline or group with him, I'm merging them together, called Dust Bunnies.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Yeah, I found my knife. One of the knives I have. Check this out.
Oh, that's cool.
So nice design on the blade as well, etched, in there. Sort of.
Yeah, I got one like that, but the difference is you pull the front tire off, comes out, and then it's a roach clip on the other side that inserts down into the body of the motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. If I can only figure out how to close this. Oh, I know how to close it.
Yeah. Don't cut yourself, bro.
I know, right? I gotta go to the hospital. We got a bleeder.
Oh, guys, do it at the end of the stream a little early.
I need to clean up on aisle 3 and 4. Beavers are so cool. Yeah.
Beavers are pretty cool.
Okay.
Unless they're eating your trees. And they're not so cool.
See, it's it sent me to StreamYard. Okay. It sent me to YouTube. It says your connection is not private. Attackers might be trying to steal your information from twitter.com. For example, passwords, messages, credit cards, learn more, blah, blah, blah.
Dude, that's phishing shit. Don't even worry about it. They're just trying to get you to give them information.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's not. I mean, this is different. I tried to get over on the campaign right before we went, just to put the link in the description. If you'll look in the link description, it's only Shadowhawk's YouTube channel, because I couldn't get on Facebook. I mean not Facebook, but Fund My Comic on my own campaign because it gave me the same privacy notice. So there's
What
still
the
some
fuck?
bugs to be worked out.
Yeah, that's not good.
But we made it here today on StreamYard and on YouTube. So we,
We're
at
back,
least
baby.
did that much.
We're back. Back in black.
Well, I used to raise prairie dogs. I don't know that I ever really got them to breed or anything. I mean, I had 8 of them at one time. And actually they did a write-up me. I was front page news on a Wednesday at the local paper.
Dude, there's a guy that's got a super popular, it's either Instagram or Twitter with prairie dogs. He's had like a pair of them he's been raising for like 5 years now. He's got like, I don't know, 1.5 million viewers or some shit in a YouTube channel.
See, I missed my calling. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with you.
Yeah, exactly, man. You should have been a prairie dog wrangler. You'd have been rich by now.
Give me more rodentia,
Hey, I'll bring some with me. I got them all up here, dude.
I don't want any.
Everything you want.
I was writing a pet book, and my fire burned up all my information, so I never got back to it. I was writing a pet book on prairie dogs because there was no pet book out there that I could find on prairie dogs because I worked at a feed and tack place, and we carried live animals like hamsters, gerbils, prairie dogs, ferrets,
really?
Rabbits.
Ferrets are cool.
Yeah, different things. And we even had some gray Amazonian parrots that can live up to about 75 years or more.
Yeah, and I believe the African gray has the largest vocabulary of any parrot.
Oh, one of them said my name after about a month, learned my name.
Dude, my grandma, when I was growing up, her neighbor across the street was an old Polish couple. They were immigrants, and but they spoke English at all. But they had a parrot that spoke nothing but Polish, and 90% of what it said was cuss words. And my grandma would go over to visit the neighbor and bring me with her when I was there for the weekend. And the poor little old lady was freaking out. She's like, "Oh my God." And I couldn't understand a word the bird was saying, but I learned a bunch of Polish cuss words. I don't know what they mean. But
well, they can sing too. The one just squawked all the time, but the other one, had some training, and it would sing beautifully. It was like "Somewhere Over the Rainbow."
Oh, yeah.
It would sing that whole song.
Oh, Omer, no. Yeah, well, I told you, I had a cockatiel before, man. He was awesome, dude.
I had a couple of cockatiels too. I had. I don't think I'd branched out.
He loved Jimmy Page, dude. I would put on Led Zeppelin. Every time Jimmy Page played a solo, my bird would whistle along with Jimmy Page. It was the coolest thing to watch, dude.
I was thinking about getting some finches. Since I worked there, I got into parakeets. I had some rare pure yellow parakeets.
Yeah, they're not so bad because they're not so noisy. You start getting into the parrots and the cockatiels, man. Like when they want attention, they will get loud.
Oh, I had one that was a squawker too, and
yeah.
Admittedly, we had them in a small cage and together, but he was a squawker and a biter. Now the other one I could take out, and I would shower with it on my shoulder.
Yeah. Now Charlie, my cockatiel, he didn't like anybody but me. He would bite anybody but me. I could stick my hand in there, pick him up, put him on my shoulder. I'd grab his little head like in 3 fingers and just, scratch him like a dog.
All in full color, Omer. all in full color.
Yeah, but I was the only one that could do that with him. Everybody else, you didn't want to get too close.
Well,
But
you know,
he had
the
a great
birds,
voice.
they kind of preen them. Is the word preen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they're cleaning their feathers and stuff.
They clean their feathers. They kind of go down the shaft with their beak,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
Yeah. As long as they're not like pulling feathers out and stuff, because then that means they're like stressed out.
Yeah, and I would take mine to the shower and shower with it sometimes on my shoulder, and it
Yeah.
could get a little water and get its feathers cleaned and preen its feathers and keep it clean.
Mm-hmm.
And one reason you don't want to get them so wet that they catch a cold, right?
No, yeah, you don't.
But you want to keep them clean because of dust mites not dust mites, but like they can get mites, right? And other stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
their wings actually make like a little dusty like matter. I don't know if you ever noticed that before. Like, but because Charlie had free reign when I let him out in the house, and he would fly around and like kind of bounce off the windows or whatever. He never hit one hard. He knew what he was doing. He just liked to fly around the room at like high speed. But whenever he would do that, there'd be a little imprint of where his wings and stuff hit, like in this like powdery gray stuff. So I had a little mister bottle for him. He'd sit up on his little perch, and I just mist him.
Yeah, I think I did mine that way too. You get a spritz bottle and spritz them with water. Yeah.
Yeah. And when he had enough, he would just walk away. I had like this 2-foot long ballet bar with a mirror mounted behind it. Because he was alone. You know, they say you're not supposed to give him mirrors or whatever, but he was alone a lot of the time. He needed something to do. So I built him a little.
Well, that's cool.
So he would. Well, I had the one end of it over by like the hallway that went right into my bedroom, so I could always walk over, pet him and stuff on my way in and out of the room. And then by the time he got the other end of the mirror, it was right above his cage with a little ladder. So whenever he wanted to come out, there was no top on his cage. He would just climb up the little ladder, get on his little ballet bar, and just hang out. So when he got enough spritzing, he would just walk back over to his cage and go back down and get in his little nesting area and dry off and then come back up.
And they like to chew on things, like you give them Cuddle Bone, right? For calcium and stuff.
Yep. Would you like a little cuttlefish, Polly?
But they'll chew on wood, like your wood dowels and different things in the cages.
Oh yeah, dude. Yep. Well, that's why you keep like one of those little cuddle, whatever they call them, in there, because if you don't, then they'll
cuddle bone. Yeah, cuttlefish.
Yeah, cuddle bone. Because otherwise, they'll chew up all their perches and everything, and you'll be replacing them all the time.
We're talking about shafts and wood.
Oh my God.
And girthiness and all kinds of stuff today.
Well, you know what though too? They need that little stone thing
for a
because if not, their beaks will grow and get out of hand, and then it becomes a problem for them.
Yeah, and then they kind of do their head side to side, like on the dowel and different things, as they're sort of kind of wearing down their beak. And then, you know, if you ain't got any hands, you only got feet. How do you scratch your beak? You know, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I swear mine used to sharpen his shit on there, man. Because if he got a hold of you and ran that beak down your finger, you're going to have a couple of Band-Aids.
Yeah. Or they bite straight in, you know, you got a puncture wound, you know.
No, Charlie was a slasher, dude. He didn't bite me.
He was a slasher.
But yeah, my one buddy walked up. I told you how I had the setup. And my buddy walked up. He was standing there with his hand on the wall right next to the ballet bar. And Charlie come up out of the cage and walked across that ballet bar and just fucking hooked his beak in this guy's finger and just laid it open all the way down the side, dude. Just like
I will
3 inches. Dude, he opened him up like a freaking like a battle in the Chicago streets, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's all kind of coming back to me now about your care for your bird. I had to learn all this stuff.
Dude, I've had so many. I had piranhas. I've raised snakes. I had birds. I had a ferret. Ferrets are fucking crazy.
They're crazy till yeah, I mean, I've been bit by a ferret and not very hard, but hard enough. They've got sharp incising teeth like a possum. You do not
Oh,
want to
dude,
get
yeah,
bit by
their
one.
teeth are, yeah, their teeth
And
are
if they want
super
to
sharp.
really latch onto you, they will not let go.
Oh, yeah, they'll fuck you up, dude. I mean, they're part of
You
the
can
weasel
break.
family. Those things,
They're so wiry. They're a weasel.
that's what they're part of the weasel family.
Uh-huh.
They're deadly, dude. Out in the wild, those things are like top predators in whatever environment they're in.
Yeah,
And they're not very big, but
they eat
don't
prairie
matter.
dogs. They eat
Yeah,
prairie dogs. They
dude,
go down the
those-
holes and go get them.
They'll take rabbits out that are twice their size, dude.
I
Fucking-
wonder how the black-footed ferret, because they've got all them tagged, and I think the black-footed ferret was like only 8 existed a few years ago or something like that. They were trying to
was a while.
repopulate some of them.
Yeah, it was a while back. The last I heard, they were actually making a pretty good comeback, but it's been a while since I heard anything.
Well, the buffalo was like that. The buffalo was going extinct, and then it's amazing with all the hunting that went along that buffalo didn't die out.
Well, we've got pretty good gray wolf populations in Yellowstone again. We've got buffalo out here in Illinois again on the plains. I mean, there's been quite a few conservation programs across the country that are bringing back the indigenous stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the wolves they're obviously apex predators, and we need them out there to take care of deer populations and shit like that. But at the same time, yeah, wolves can be dangerous.
Well, the early conservative conservation movement, under Teddy Roosevelt at the turn of the century, 20th century, he put like a bounty on their head or whatever. They opened it up where they killed like all the predators, like the cougars and the wolves and things like that.
Yeah, I know. That was a fucking mistake.
And they got everything out of balance. Yeah, the deer overpopulated, and they were stripping the trees of the bark because there wasn't enough to eat. And a lot of the deer died of starvation. Yeah.
Still starving to death and getting diseases.
You need the predators and you need the prey.
You gotta have a balance. And if you don't
have a balance,
and if you don't have high-end predators, in environments where you need them, then you gotta have very serious hunting communities where people are out there all the time, every season, hunting these animals. Because otherwise they're going to overpopulate and bad things are going to happen.
Well, that's the good thing and the dangerous part of my job, like driving around. I'm not going very fast, but now going into where I'm going to spray and coming back, especially at night, you can run into deer. You can run into anything. Armadillo.
Think about it.
I hit an armadillo this year.
Yeah.
I hunted that thing. He's probably still spinning.
I hit one when I lived down in Texas, dude, and it felt like I hit a speed bump doing about 40 miles an hour. That thing lifted my tire off the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. If he hits right, he could probably wreck your car, flip you over.
Dude, yeah, maybe. I mean, because I know my fucking front tire hopped over that son bitch. It was going for bow.
Well, I mean, it's like a little bit smaller than a bowling ball, but it's still like hitting a bowling ball.
It's like a possum with a suit of armor on. Basically.
Oh, definitely.
Not a real big possum, like an average size one. But yeah, I saw when I was in Texas, dude. I was driving down this back road I used to take to my comic shop because it was neighborhood under development.
Mhm.
So it was just the road, and then they had stopped building because people ran out of money or something. So I could fly down that road. And I'm just zipping along, going to my comic shop. I'm in my old Camaro, man, just having a great day. It's hot outside, you know. And I see what I think are like heat hallucinations coming off the road up in front of me. Oh yeah, I mean, you know, just the road heat. You know how you get those weird little shimmery things.
Mhm.
But as I get closer, I see these black blobs bouncing up and down and fucking like moving around and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I get closer, it's a whole bunch of vultures, and they've got an
wow.
armadillo right in the middle of the road, and they're all fighting over it. And this thing is ripped open. All these vultures are like fucking drenched in blood and shit, dude. And they
Wow.
wouldn't move out of the. They wouldn't move out of the road.
No.
I had to stop my car and then slowly roll forward and just like push them out of the way to get through them because they were not going to leave that fucking armadillo carcass and let me drive by. It was insane.
Yeah, and if you'd got out to kick it, they probably would have pecked at you.
No, fuck that, dude. I wasn't getting out of the car. Those things looked they were drenched in blood, fucking fighting with each other and shit. Those are big birds, dude.
Look, here comes dessert. We didn't know this was a buffet.
They're like almost the size of a wild turkey, bro. That's a big bird.
Oh, yeah, they're big. Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't playing with those fucking things. No,
I wouldn't either. Yeah, they're big raptor birds.
Yeah, fuck that.
And they're ugly as hell. Yeah. Especially drenched in blood, you know.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
I wonder if the armadillo was probably hit and cracked open, right? I mean, he was probably hit by a car.
Yeah, I think the armadillo got hit by a car, and he was just laying there, and then the vultures come and found him. You know, then they started fighting over him, and I just happened to be the fucking idiot that was there, you know, to disturb their lunch.
Right. Look, you get a bunch of vultures like that, especially in a feeding frenzy, and they're harder to move than Antifa or Black Lives Matter off the road, you know?
Dude, I thought I was just going to have to mow them down, and I was just like, no, I don't want to, you know, I didn't want to hurt them, even though they're fucking scary as hell.
Oh, so they would have flew off. They would have flew off.
Well, no, they wouldn't, dude. I had to push through them. I let my car just roll forward. I just put it in drive, didn't put my foot on the gas or anything. Just let it roll forward.
It looks like one of the vultures could have just picked the carcass up and flew away with it, away from the others.
Well, I think they were all fighting too much for one of them to get a hold of it. You know, by the time I rolled up on them.
Yeah.
So that's probably because it was crazy. I was seeing all this kind of nutty movement in front of me, but I couldn't tell what it was. And then when I got close enough.
You know, there was a time when the armadillos weren't here in Arkansas, but they migrated up from Texas. Thank you, Omer Glitch in Apex Comics. They came straight up along with the killer bees. Whatever happened to the killer bees? I really think that was a psyop somewhat.
I don't know. You know what, too? And then for a long time they were talking about the fire ants migrating up, you know. Up
Now my sister has fire ants. She got stung by fire ants this year.
I had them when I was in Houston, dude. I only had one bite. One little fire ant bit me in my little toe when I was standing out in the driveway talking to my neighbor. And it felt like somebody put a cigarette out on my toe, dude. It was funny.
Ooh. Yeah.
It was bad. I looked down. I thought my foot was on fire. I was like, ah!
Now, when they bite you, that's the secretion of acid that burns, right?
Well, they got, some kind of venom or something.
Yeah.
But, on their little
dog. That says, don't F with me.
I'll tell you what, that little fucker had hold of my toe, dude, and he was determined to take a chunk of me with him.
A buffet, I'm telling you, man.
He was pulling and cranking on my toe, dude. His little jaws were clamped into me. I mean, I looked down and I'm like, son of a. I couldn't believe it hurt that bad. It's like I never been bit by an ant like that before.
Oh, I'm sure my sister's. She pours gasoline. She's done all kinds of stuff, bleach, different stuff, in their different nests that get in the yard.
I mean, I heard stories in Houston pretty much every summer about, like, some little kid either ending up in the hospital or dead because they accidentally fell into a fire ant mound. It just got, bit so many times that the venom overwhelmed it.
Yeah.
They'll kill you. They'll fucking.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with no fire ants. That's why I felt for my sister, because she got stung repeatedly, and that was after she got COVID, and that was after she got bit by a brown recluse spider, and that was, and that was, I mean, she kept having stuff happen to her. I thought, yeah,
then she got bit by a raccoon.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible where she lives.
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. If it was a really bad day, I could get bit by about like 12 or 15 different rodents out here in one day.
But that's the cool thing about my nighttime job is I see wildlife. I see the deer are the most dangerous thing when you're driving real fast. But
oh yeah, dude.
But I've seen foxes, coyotes. The foxes are cool because I saw a white fox. I saw a red fox, and I don't mean the comedian. Yeah. I saw a red fox. I saw a gray fox. They come in different.
I love them. The silver gray, yeah, those are pretty too.
Yeah, silver gray, yeah, yeah. And some of them are beautiful.
If you can get one as a kit, you can actually turn it into a pet.
I see these things on X where they're like they got a wild little laugh or whatever, almost like a hyena. Like I'm getting ready to rip your jugular out, and with those teeth, they could if you let them.
Yeah,
they curl up, man. They look like one of those, corgi dogs.
Have you seen those little tiny ones, the little fennec foxes? They're like, they're like super small with big ears, but they're fast as shit, dude.
Oh, big ears,
yeah. But they run around like Speedy Gonzales. They just like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, holy shit.
Oh, it's like a ferret on steroids. Yeah.
Yeah, a ferret on speed.
Now, aren't those things just like in Australia or somewhere?
You can get them as pets. I see a lot of people have them on, like, they've got YouTube channels and Instagrams and shit with, they got pet ones. I don't know I don't know where you would get one or how much they would cost, but they seem to be pretty neat little critters.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the killer bee thing, but the killer bee at the end of the 70s was like, it's going to be an invasion, and they're coming up from South America, and there are invasive species. That's why you had to watch. That's why you had to watch. The common starling is not. Starlings are everywhere. They're from Africa. They took root.
Yeah,
they took root when we came over here.
They're actually very beneficial to the environment. They eat literally tons of mosquitoes every summer.
Well, on one of the last shows, I read that a bat, a common bat, of course, there's different kinds of bats, it can eat 125,000 mosquitoes in one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, we're talking like a ton of mosquitoes. That's a lot of mosquitoes. I mean, 125 or 1,000 or whatever.
That's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot, but it's practically no weight at all. I mean, think about how much a bat weighs. Even when their bellies are full, they're light as shit.
There you go, Ryan. There's Croc Bog.
Yeah,
you call him Gator Bog. You know, so working on everyone's sketch card, and you might be the lucky recipient of Crocbog, or not.
Oh,
You might get, new character. This is the only time I've drawn him. I don't know about him. What was that? What was that character that was in Swamp Thing? Fluoride Man or Floral Man? What was his name?
Oh, the Floronic Man.
Floronic Man. Yeah, I never can think of his name. He's kind of a weak suck character.
Yeah, he's never been all that great.
No, he's never been an A-lister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always been like C team, He hasn't even made B team yet.
So if you want to go back, if you want to see the art reveal, go back and check this out. We got some good cards here of characters. And
Terry, apparently you missed a bunch of them. So Rex showed a bunch of the finished cards, and then by the time you
that many
got back, he was showing the ones that he had labeled and ready to go for new characters. So that's why they were all blank.
They're from Asia and they rarely attack, but they bite you on the lips. You could die.
What the shit? We had ones.
What are you talking about?
Kissing bugs, I think he called them.
Invasion insects known as the kissing bug. I've never heard of that. Yes, Ryan, I did get my package. It was probably out in the rain for an hour and a half, but you did an excellent job on packing it and nothing got wet. And I'll be showing the preliminary drawings and stuff tomorrow on tomorrow's show. Some original Ryan James artwork, and maybe I'll have a few more sketch cards done and can show you some new artwork again tomorrow.
Hey, LZ back. Good to see you.
I might be slow, but I averaged, in 7-day period, I averaged 4 a day pretty much. So that's not too bad. I wouldn't think, Shadowhawk, especially since they're full color.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of work that goes into some of these, brother. Depending on what you draw,
Quoting Rex, I might be slow, but I'm not stupid.
And I'm the Energizer Bunny. I'm
he never sleeps. He never sleeps.
And even though I took 7 days off, it was a good time.
Hey, I mean, your camera's looking good, dude. You got a bunch of sketch cards done, so it's not like, we may have had some downtime on the stream, but you still got a lot of shit done. So it's not.
Yeah, and I did focus on that. I focused on some writing too. There's a couple characters that are killed in Devil Flyer, and they will make a return. That's all I'll say. Later. Yeah. People die in my universe, but it's like any other universe. They don't necessarily have to stay dead. They're fictional characters.
Exactly. Nobody ever has to be dead permanently in a comic book. I mean, you've got a million options to bring them back.
Yeah, and I'm not going to bring them back till issue 7 of Devil Flyer. So we've got to wait till they come back. And they're not going to come back in a way that you expect. And I told that to John. He's like, ooh, that's neat. He thought it was a cool concept. Absolutely. And I've had, I came up with some character names, some new characters, some new plot points and stuff. So been very active with doing yard work as well. And bailing water, all kinds of stuff.
All right, well, hey, bro, I'm sorry to have to bail on the first show, but
That's all right. We
getting
did 2 hours. We were a little bit late.
Yeah.
Apologize for that. Shadow was just getting
Yeah,
in,
sorry
and I
about
was
that.
getting the system up and running. But we'll be back tomorrow.
But yeah,
So
I
your
got
daily fix is
dinner tonight.
in.
If
Say that
anybody
again,
wants to
old
know,
vulture man.
I said the daily the dinner cook up for tonight. It's going to be beef shish kebabs with
Ooh.
fresh veggies and all that good stuff. And hail, Glenn Fleming. Good to see you, buddy. Have a good
Good to
night,
see you, Glenn.
and everybody have a great night. Love
I
y'all.
think I'm going to heat up some roast beef sandwich before I go to work.
That don't sound bad. Either.
I stay here in Jonesboro tonight, so it'll be interesting to see. We'll have more news on that and other stuff, and maybe some new artwork tomorrow. Definitely some new artwork tomorrow to show everybody. If you missed seeing the sketch cards and all the other stuff, go back and watch it. Wasn't a bad show.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Go back, rewatch, subscribe, drop a like, do all that.
Say
good
the
stuff.
magic words, and we'll do the thing. You know the thing.
The thing, hell, I'll keep collecting.
Ooh.